Starting this Sunday, Hongkongers can send small instant payments to mainland just using a recipient's mobile number or bank account. The government mulls easing construction rules to tackle student hostel shortage. And U.S. President Donald Trump will decide on Iran strike within 2 weeks as fighting between Iran and Israel intensifies. Good evening, you're watching Cable News, I'm Jeremy Zhu. Starting this Sunday, Hongkongers can instantly send money to mainland using only a recipient's mobile number or bank account, slashing payment barriers for travel up in the north. The landmark Payment Connect scheme bridges Hong Kong's faster payment system and mainland's internet banking payment system, allowing both-way real-time transfers within seconds, though limits differ. Quentin Yang has more details.
The new Connect program, launched by the central bank, marks Beijing's latest efforts to strengthen connection with the SAR while leveraging the Southern Financial Center to better connect with the rest of the world. Under the initiative, Hong Kong residents can send up to $10,000 daily and $200,000 annually to mainland accounts via FPS, separate from the existing 80,000 yuan daily remittance limits. Meanwhile, mainland residents will not have a daily cap, but still have to follow the existing annual quota of $50,000 for sending funds southbound. Importantly, transfers from Hong Kong operate 24/7, while mainland to Hong Kong services run from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily. 6 banks on each side will pilot the service initially, including HSBC, Bank of China Hong Kong, and Hang Seng Bank, alongside Agricultural Bank of China, and Bank of Communications on the mainland. More institutions will join later. At the Beijing launch ceremony, People's Bank of China Governor Pan Gongsheng hailed the scheme as a significant milestone that will enhance payment efficiency, facilitate economic cooperation, and boost the cross-border use of the renminbi. Meanwhile, Monetary Authority Chief Executive Eddie Yue emphasized its role in cementing the city's status as a global financial hub and offshore RMB center. Quentin Yang, Cable News.
The Development Bureau has unveiled plans to allow hotels and commercial buildings to be converted into student dormitories, with a pilot scheme set to launch next month in collaboration with the Education Bureau. Sources indicate the first converted facility could be operational as early as the 2026-27 academic year. Under the proposal, the definition of hotel use in outline zoning plans will be expanded to permit conversions without requiring additional planning procedures. A Development Bureau spokesperson confirmed student hostels will be classified as non-domestic buildings for plot ratio and site coverage calculations, meaning hotels would not need to demolish excess floor space. Covered car parks and loading areas will also be exempted from gross floor area calculations. As most cases are not expected to require lease modifications or land premium payments, no fee waivers will be offered. The Bureau's dedicated project office will provide one-stop facilitation services to expedite the process. The government has defended a proposed $10 flat toll for all vehicles using the soon-to-open Central Kowloon bypass, despite lawmakers urging lower fees or commercial vehicle exemptions. Quentin Yang reports.
Defending the plan at the Legislative Council Transport Panel meeting, Transport Secretary Mabel Chen argued the uniform fee strikes a necessary balance between recovering rising operational costs for the critical East-West link while encouraging public usage. However, the proposal faced immediate pushback, as several legislators contested the $10 fee as excessive. Lawmaker Kit Sing-yang urged halving off-peak tolls to $5 when alternative roads are clear, while Michael Look pushed for commercial vehicle exemptions, citing the economic strain on operators. Chen rejected differentiated pricing, noting a uniform toll aligns with efficiency-first principles used for the Thailand tunnel. She also warned lower fees risks overwhelming the bypass, citing projections that free access could push rush hour usage to 97% capacity. The eagerly anticipated 8-kilometer bypass will open in phases, with the Yau Ma Tei section launching in December, while the Kowloon Bay Tunnel section slated for mid-2026. Once fully operational, it will slash travel time between Kowloon Bay and Yau Ma Tei from 30 minutes to just 5. If lawmakers approve the $10 toll, the government plans to begin charging users in mid-2027, coinciding with the expected operation of the entire route. Quentin Yang, Cable News.
The government has gazetted the scheme for smart and green mass transit system in East Kowloon today, outlining plans for a new transport link in the district. The proposed system will span approximately 7 kilometers, featuring 9 stations connecting MTR Choi Hong Station and Yau Tong Station. The route will serve key neighborhoods including Choi Wan, Shen Li, Shen On, Sao Mau Peng, Po Tat, Mao Yau Tong, and Lam Ting North, improving transport access for over 300,000 residents. Journeys from Po Tat to Yau Tong or Choi Hong are expected to take just 10 to 15 minutes. The full proposal has been uploaded to the Highways Department website for public review. Under the Railways Ordinance, residents have until the 19th of August this year to submit any objections. If approved, construction will begin with an expected completion date no later than 2033. The Betting Duty Amendment Bill has been gazetted today and is set to be presented for its first reading in the Legislative Council on the 2nd of July. The proposed bill suggests regulating basketball betting by adopting a framework similar to the existing models for horse racing and football betting. It will empower the Secretary for Home and Youth Affairs to issue a basketball betting license to the Hong Kong Jockey Club, along with setting relevant licensing conditions. Under the bill, the tax rate for basketball betting will mirror that of football betting, levied at 50% of the net betting revenue. To mitigate the negative impacts of gambling, the Home and Youth Affairs Bureau will allocate additional resources to establish dedicated support centers, focusing on counseling and assistance for young people. With no signs of de-escalation between Israel and Iran, U.S. President Donald Trump issued an ultimatum saying he will allow 2 weeks for diplomacy before deciding whether to launch a strike in Iran. European leaders are also pushing for Iran's return to negotiations. Anna Chan has more details.
Israel and Iran's air war entered a second week, as most missiles from both sides were intercepted by air defenses. A technology park housing the Microsoft office in the southern Israeli city of Beersheba was hit by Iranian missiles and set ablaze. Several people were wounded. Yesterday, a major hospital in the same city was struck by an Iranian missile and extensively damaged. More than 70 people were injured, while most patients had already been moved to safe spaces. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visited the medical center and condemned Iran for targeting civilians and attempting nuclear terrorism. Israel also accused Iran of using cluster munitions, which disperse small bombs over a wide area. In turn, Israel carried out strikes on Iran's Arak heavy water reactor that is not active but has the potential to produce enriched plutonium. Iranian state television said there was no radiation danger whatsoever. Fearful of further airstrikes, hundreds of Israelis chose to sleep in underground train stations near Tel Aviv. They brought mattresses and sleeping bags, snacks, and even pets.
We need to survive, and I think I have never felt something like this. That's why we decided to go to sleep here, to feel that I will be safe during the night, that I can sleep.
As the world awaits for U.S. involvement on the crisis, the White House said there was a substantial chance of negotiations with Iran, and Trump will make a decision on whether to attack Iran in the next 2 weeks. The window might buy time to achieve a diplomatic solution, as Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi is meeting his British, French, and German counterparts in Geneva later today. Meanwhile, Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian said Tehran always sought peace and tranquility, but now the only way to end the imposed war is to unconditionally stop the enemy's aggression. Anna Chang, Cable News.
U.S. President Donald Trump has again extended the deadline for TikTok's sale in the U.S. for a further 90 days. Trump, who vowed to save TikTok during his presidential campaign, signed an executive order on Thursday, granting a third extension for the Chinese company to sell its platform so it can continue to operate in the U.S. A deal for the sale by its parent company ByteDance must now be reached by September 17th. In a statement, TikTok said it was grateful for Trump's leadership and support in keeping the app online for its 170 million of U.S. users. A law banning TikTok initially passed under the Biden administration over national security concerns, which TikTok has denied, claiming the American data is not stored in China. Let's take a look at the stock market. The Hang Seng Index ended the day up 292 points. Top active stocks of the day: Alibaba was up $1.70. Tencent was up $7.50. Xiaomi was up $1, and CCB was up 25 cents. The city's headline inflation rate eased to 1.9% year-on-year in May, dipping below market expectations and slightly down from April's 2%. This moderation was primarily driven by falling costs for transport into and out of the city and declining tourism-related expenses, according to government data released today. The underlying basic inflation rate, which excludes the effects of all government one-off relief measures, was 1% in May. This core measure also softened compared to April's 1.3%. A government spokesperson stated that inflation should remain mild in the near term, with local costs and external price pressures largely controllable. The number of personal bankruptcy filings in the city hit a 5-year high in May. Data from the official receiver's office showed there were 949 bankruptcy applications in May, the highest since June 2020, up 17% over last month and 9% year-on-year. In May, 70 compulsory winding up petitions were logged, up nearly 15% compared to both last month and the same period last year, reaching the highest level since last November. During the first 5 months of the year, a total of 4,252 individuals filed for bankruptcy, while 315 companies went through compulsory liquidation procedures. On to the weather now. Mainly cloudy with a few showers, more showers with isolated thunderstorms at first. The minimum temperature will be about 27 degrees. Hot with sunny periods during the day tomorrow with a maximum temperature of around 32 degrees. That's our news tonight. I'm Jeremy Zhu. Thank you for watching and good night.